You know that feeling when you're scrolling through social media and you come across someone's post that just makes you feel like you're not good enough? Maybe it's a friend's vacation photo that makes you feel like you're stuck in a rut, or a celebrity's flawless selfie that makes you feel like you're not attractive enough. Whatever it is, we've all been there, caught up in the never-ending cycle of comparison, where we measure our lives, our accomplishments, and our worth against others. But here's the thing. Comparison is a happiness killer, and science has proven it. Research has shown that when we compare ourselves to others, it activates the brain's reward system, releasing the neurotransmitter dopamine, which is associated with feelings of pleasure and satisfaction. However, this feeling is short-lived, and soon we're left feeling unsatisfied, unfulfilled, and unhappy. This is because comparison is a self-perpetuating cycle. The more we compare, the more we feel like we're not good enough, and the more we feel like we need to keep comparing to feel better. It's a vicious cycle that can be incredibly difficult to break free from. According to a study published in the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology, people who engage in social comparison tend to experience decreased self-esteem, life satisfaction, and happiness. The study, which was conducted by researchers at the University of Houston, found that this is because social comparison leads to an unrealistic and unattainable standard of perfection, which can never be met. When we compare ourselves to others, we're often comparing our behind-the-scenes moments to everyone else's highlight reels, and this can lead to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. But why do we do it? Why do we continue to compare ourselves to others, even when it's clear that it's making us unhappy? Well, it's partly because comparison is a natural human behavior. From an evolutionary perspective, comparison was a way for our ancestors to determine their status within a social hierarchy, and to identify potential threats or competitors. However, in today's world, where social media dominates our lives, comparison has become an unhealthy obsession. Researchers at Harvard University have found that people who are more prone to comparison tend to have a greater need for self-validation and self-esteem. This means that they're more likely to seek out external validation, such as likes and comments on social media, to feel good about themselves. However, this external validation is fleeting, and soon we're left feeling empty and unfulfilled once again. This is because true happiness and self-worth can't be found in external sources. They have to come from within. So, how can we break free from the cycle of comparison and start living a happier, more fulfilling life? It starts with self-awareness, recognizing when we're engaging in comparison and making a conscious effort to stop. We can do this by taking breaks from social media, or by following accounts that promote positivity and self-acceptance. We can also practice self-compassion, treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, rather than judgment and criticism. According to a study published in the Journal of Positive Psychology, people who practice self-compassion tend to experience greater life satisfaction, happiness, and well-being. The study, which was conducted by researchers at the University of California, found that this is because self-compassion allows us to develop a more realistic and accepting view of ourselves, flaws and all. When we're kind to ourselves, we're less likely to compare ourselves to others, and more likely to focus on our own strengths, talents, and accomplishments. So, the next time you find yourself caught up in the cycle of comparison, remember that it's a happiness killer. Remember that true happiness and self-worth come from within, and that comparison is just a self-perpetuating cycle that will never bring you fulfillment. Instead, focus on your own journey, your own strengths and talents, and your own unique qualities. Practice self-compassion and treat yourself with kindness and understanding. And if you want to learn more about how to break free from the cycle of comparison and start living a happier, more fulfilling life, be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out the link in the description below.